Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. Uh, if for those of you who aren't aware, uh, sorry, it's been a few months since I recorded last. After a dark and stormy night, Donkey Kong finds all of his bananas stolen by K-Rool and his reptilian crew of Kremlings. Armed with chest-pounding muscle, mighty barrel rolls, and awesome vine-swinging skills, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong set out to face their adversaries. Play solo, compete with a friend, or play cooperatively in over 100 levels filled with collectibles and hidden bonus levels. With the help of Donkey Kong's quirky family, animal friends, and your fast reflexes, our dynamic duo will prove to be an unstoppable force. Hold on, there's a siren outside. I actually have my window open because it's nice out. Time to save those bananas. But yeah, you might be wondering, Spaghetti, you might think to yourself, I thought you said you were going to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy next. And that was the plan, but of course, technology can never just work for me. So after I finished Mario Super Sluggers, my Wii apparently decided to crash out and not eject the Mario Super Sluggers disc. So that's still an issue I have to fix, because the Super Sluggers disc is currently in there, and I cannot replace it. Hold on. This might happen if the window's open. I live near an airport. I don't know if that's even being caught. Mike's saying it's not being caught, but like there's an airplane going over my house. But yeah, so I figured I might as well replace my Wii with my Switch. I was planning on doing that anyway, and this opens up a whole new avenue of games since I have a lot more Switch games than I do Wii games. So, Super Mario Galaxy will come eventually, but it's getting put on hold, and I figured Donkey Kong Country is a game I have not played in a little while, and I do like it quite a lot. It's one of my favorite SNES games. Not my single favorite. That would go to Earthbound, which is probably also just my single favorite game. Period. But yeah, Congo Jungle. First level is Jungle Hijinks. We're breaking into new genres. This is the first 2D platformer I've Let's Played. As you can see, our bananas have all been stolen. So our goal is to get them back. Wait, what? Okay. The button configuration on the Switch SNES Online is a bit confusing. I was trying to hold down X to run and A to jump, but you actually hold down Y to run and B to jump. I bet you can configure that, but also I don't really care. Like it's fine now that I know what I'm doing. But oh gosh, he's probably still claustrophobic in there. Now we've rescued Diddy Kong, who we're all familiar with because of Mario Super Sluggers. And yeah, this game is a bit more concentration intensive than Mario Super Sluggers is, so I hope the commentary doesn't suffer because of that too much. But once I get into the swing of things, pun intended, I should be doing better. Steel keg. This is a steel keg. If you throw it, you can ride on it. But yeah, there's... Uh-oh. Here's a critter who we're also familiar with. There are a lot of different Kremlings in this game, as well as... Oh yeah, here are Clumps, who, as I said in my Mario Super Sluggers Let's Play, I kind of wish they were in that game, but... God, how much am I going to reference my Mario Super Sluggers Let's Play? Yeah, another thing... Hold on, let me take... This is a Neki, by the way. You can press A to swap out which Kong you have in front. Diddy Kong is better at platforming, Donkey Kong is better at combat. I generally prefer to have Donkey Kong out just because, you know, the Kremling crew is scarier to me than the bottomless pits are. And also, I just like playing as Donkey Kong. I just like the big monkey. No offense to Diddy Kong, he's still cool. But yeah, here's our introduction to Rambi the Rhinoceros, who's probably my favorite of the 4 animal buddies in this game, but we'll see the other 3 later on, I'm sure. This is going to be an any percent LP because in order to get 100%, you have to find, or 101% is this game. cheekily refers to it as. You have to find every single secret room of the, and that was one that we just did, and I straight up, oh, here's a second one. I do not remember where all of them are offhand, so I just won't be able to get all of them, so I do apologize for that. And here are animal tokens. You'll see what they do later, but we'll get... Alright, we got a Ramby token, that's pretty good. And yeah, this game is not very long, but I don't know. As soon as I realized, what the hell? Okay, can I configure? Can I do button? Okay, change controls. Um, which I would rather use X to run and A to jump. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? I don't know. I'll just get used to the way it's currently at. Yeah, once I realized that I was gonna have to just get my Switch out earlier than I intended, um, I figured this was a good game to start with. Because I had said I was planning on LPing a whole bunch of Wii games first, just because my Wii was what was connected to my capture card, but if that wasn't gonna work anyway, then I had an excuse to just swap out to my Switch sooner rather than later. Which I don't mind doing, obviously, like, the Switch is a very good library. I have accumulated quite a few over the years. And yeah, that's our first level completed. Now onto Ropey Rampage. Oh god. See, I did it again. Okay, it's Y and B, not A and X, it's Y and B. You jump up here. Yeah, you can, you can usually sequence break sometimes by jumping on trees. Oh yeah, here, this is why I say Donkey Kong's better at combat, because you saw Diddy Kong jumped on that, and it didn't finish him off. Like, you gotta roll into him afterward. Donkey Kong, if he jumps on them, they just go down right away. And I should explain the Kong letters. Every level has all four letters to spell out Kong, and if you get all of them, you just get an extra life. So, it's not that special, but it's still neat. And here's our second Ramby token. So we're pretty close to seeing what those do. Yeah, as you can see, Donkey Kong can just jump right on them. And now we got Blue Critters, another reference to Mario Super Sluggers. Oh, here we go. But yeah. Unfortunately, I still just don't see any reason to buy a Switch 2. As much as I want to play Bonanza, it's too bloody expensive. I just can't justify it. But at least this will suffice for now. It is my favorite 2D platformer. I don't know if I've said, but I think Donkey Kong overall is the king of 2D platformers. I don't know what the hell that was. But generally, I think Donkey Kong's 2D platformers are a lot better than Mario's. Not to disrespect Mario's. Mario's are still pretty good, but like, they just don't hit the same highs as Donkey Kong's does. And every Donkey Kong of 2D platformer, I guess they're not all Donkey Kong Country. Or are they? Are there any Donkey Kong 2D platformers that aren't called Donkey Kong Country? I'm pretty sure they are. I think that's just a series, right? Oh, I guess there's Donkey Kong Land. Yeah. There's Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land. So yeah, out of all of those, OG Donkey Kong Country is my favorite of the bunch. It just vibes, and I really like the level design. 2 is still amazing, and, introduces some really neat concepts, but I don't know. Something about this one is just more special to me, just by a little bit. Yeah, we got all the Kong letters, and our balloon went up by 1. Yeah, balloons are extra lives here. And oh, now is our first visit to Cranky Kong, Cranky's cabin. What in tarnation do you want? I can't play this game. The colors are all too rich for my poor old eyes. Why, even the bananas have more frames and colors than I had in the entire game. Look at this. As I rock, my beard swings. Waste of frames, in my opinion. Alright, that was when we had real gameplay, that was. And this was developed with the latest state-of-the-art 3D work thingies, was it? The trouble with you kids is that you're all too soft. In jungle hijinks, stick to the treetops to earn extra lives. Find Candy and she can save your game for you. That's all there is to it. Piece of cake, if you ask me. Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong is one of the funniest Kongs to me. I wish he was in Mario Super Sluggers. I'm just gonna keep saying that, I guess. I didn't say that enough in Battleby, apparently. But yeah, amongst his rambling, he will give you some genuine advice, which is neat. But yeah, now we're in Reptile Rumble. Just throw all the barrels. Here's another secret room. I probably do know where most of them are. It's just offhand when I think about it, I just cannot remember them. And I'm sure I'll end up missing a couple, and I can't be bothered to go back into a level I've already beaten just to find a secret room. Especially if I don't know like what levels I may have missed them in. It's just a lot of hassle that I just don't need. And I don't think you even unlock anything by getting 101%. I think you just get some different Cranky Kong dialogue, but like, you get different Cranky Kong dialogue if you don't get 101%, so that's not really an argument to do so, I guess. Yeah, it is. Today is September 18th, 2025. It is we're in the last third of this year, and man, it's just, I don't even know. It feels like so much has happened, and it simultaneously feels like nothing has happened. I have no idea what to make of it. Oh, these are zingers, by the way. The snakes are slippas, the wasps are zingers, and yes, they are wasps, not bees. That is confirmed in Donkey Kong Country 2. And yeah, slippas, red is touching white, I guess. They don't have any yellow, but I guess red near white means that they're venomous in this case. Because they certainly are, they just touch you and you're out. And now we've got Aquatic Ambience, or Coral Capers. Aquatic Ambience is the name of the song that I was going to talk about, because this definitely is one of the most iconic songs in this game. And honestly, this game's entire soundtrack is just phenomenal. Like, one of the best video game soundtracks, I think. I think Gangplank Galleon, which is a song we'll hear later, is probably my single favorite video game music track. And I'm probably biased in saying this, but I think it's also probably just my single favorite musical composition, period. Like, there might be a bit of a King K. Rool bias, which y'all are familiar with at this point, but genuinely, it's just so good. Like, it's just so damn good. I love the way it starts out and then it progresses into something different, but maintains its energy. It's so neat. It's just sea shanty. Sea shanties are cool. Oh no. These are croctopi, by the way. You cannot defeat them. You can only avoid them. Oh, and this is on guard the swordfish. These are bite size, they're called. This is Chomps Jr. There's just so much. There's so many things to talk about. Although I guess it's not really a big deal, because in the end credits you actually learn the name of everything in this game, so I guess I don't have to go out of my way to say what everything is. You know, if I miss a few things, it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is probably or one of, if not the most concentration intensive games that I've LP'd. It's either this or Pikmin, because Luigi's Mansion and Mario Super Sluggers are relatively laid back. I mean, I guess Mario Super Sluggers at least has some in-depth gameplay, but even that, like, it's kind of muscle memory at that point for me, because I've been playing it for so long, whereas this still has so much going on that I have to much more actively think about it. Angie, we got all of them. Can't believe we're almost to spooky season. Are y'all ready? We're gonna binge more horror movies. Although I pretty much just watch horror movies year round, but god damn it, I keep doing that. This level you can just kind of skip. You know, I mean, you can pretty much see what's there on the bottom anyway, but plane. Yeah, you can hear that. The mic is saying it's picking that up. Oh, we're up to 5 cats now in this house. We gotta, yeah, actually, you want to miss that barrel and go in here. We were at 4, which we thought was our limit, and we've never had 5 cats before, but like, my sister trapped one in our driveway because it was, and then sent it to my aunt who fosters them, and then we took it to a shelter, and it was just the saddest thing ever. Like, he didn't want to leave us, and we left him there, and we were all super sad after that, and we were talking about it later, and we were like, we have to go, we have to go back for him. We can't just leave him there. So we did, and he's really happy here. You know, he's already like bossing around the other cats who are all twice his size because he's less than a year old. You know, he's barely more than the kitten, and the other cats are all adults. But they're like intimidated by him. Like he'll put them in their place basically. Except for the one. The one of them is kind of just a bully. You know, he's learned not to mess with him. Our cat's names we have. There's so much cat lore here. Holy shit. So the new one is Nibbler. He's a very, very sassy boy. He's one of 2 black cats that we have. We also have Binks, who I mentioned. We have an orange cat, Stewie, who's the bully that I mentioned. I mean, he is orange, so... Oh gosh, I'm skipping things. Anytime I play this game by myself, I skip Funky Splites and Candy Save Point, but if I'm Let's Playing, I gotta actually do things more. Whoa, dudes, my name's Funky Kong. My bodacious jumbo barrel can launch you to any point on the island. Most unfortunately, it can only send you to a place you've already been to, which is a complete and total bummer, let me tell you. Whoa, oh, yeah, he just repeats. Yeah, this is just in case you want to backtrack, which there's really not much reason you would want to unless you're trying to get 100%, I guess. But yeah, there's Funky Kong, and here's Candy Save Point, which is how you actually save the game. Hi, I'm Candy Kong, and this is my save point. If you want to save your current game, jump into my spinning save barrel. Hi, oh, okay. They just... Cranky Kong just kicks you out automatically when he's done talking. So I just expect these two to do so as well, and they don't. And yeah, here's our first boss fight. Very, very Naughty's lair. Yeah, Donkey Kong, you can take this. They do the same amount of damage to bosses, even though there are some enemies that Donkey Kong does more damage to. So it really doesn't matter who you have out right now, but I just like playing as the big gorilla. What can I say? And yeah, boss fights in this game are really nothing that special. I mean, they're alright, but, like, they are some of the more underwhelming levels. With the exception of the final boss fight, which is one of the all-time most memorable boss fights, I think. Yeah, now we're in Winky's walkway, and here's the aforementioned Winky, Winky the Frog. As you can see, his jumping ability dwarfs our own, so he's pretty helpful to have around. Also, for some reason, if he can't stand on these barrels, he just bounces. I don't know why. Yeah, normally you gotta jump off that necky to get to the barrel, but with Winky you can just bypass him entirely. Sorry. In so many bananas. As you can see, getting 100 bananas gets you an extra balloon, which are the equivalent of lives in this game. Or they are lives, so not equivalent to. Uh-oh. Red Zingers cannot actually... What am I saying? Red Zingers can be beaten by barrels, I don't know. But yeah, now we've got three. When you get three of the same animal token, you get a little mini game where you collect as many mini tokens as you can with that animal. And for every 100 tokens you collect, you get an extra life, so they're pretty useful. You can only have a max of 99 lives in this game, which we may or may not reach. I can't remember. But, like there are a lot of extra lives in this game, so you should be able to avoid getting a game over at the very least. Oh, we're over 20 minutes already. I completely lost track of time. This game is just so fast paced. I'll call it an episode after this level then. But yeah, I have so much fun with this game. I just completely lose track of time while playing it. So yeah, we got seven lives, not bad. I don't know why I'm even going for more tokens. There was no way we were going to get up to 800. But yeah, I know Mario Super Slugger's kind of... Oh my god. I hit A instead of B, and that's how you dismount. Well, in that case, on that note, I'll end off the first episode with an epic fail, as no one says anymore. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time. Ciao.